from the Mall of Asia Arena. UAAP Season 76. ABS-CBN Sports proudly presents.
Mariano the steal, Mariano the slam, and Puste now into
Teamwork.
They're looking to break that streak today. Ball right back up.
Heart.
Javier, three. Oh, what a shot!
Focus.
Then gets the press screen. Works, puts it down on AV.
Power.
Lucas Moreno may bola. Maagawan. Oh, what a move!
Instinct.
Revilla goes to his right. Revilla puts it up. No!
Confidence.
Rivera, all the way! Moves the right to Escarilla.
Pride.
Torres, Rondial tries to tip it to himself. He gets it back. Rondial gets it up.
Excitement. UAAP Season 76. Greatness never ends.
Welcome to the second half of our college basketball weekend as we make our way back inside the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City as the NU Bulldogs take on the UP Fighting Maroons in our first game. And following that contest, Adamson University faces winless Ateneo de Manila University. This is the UAAP Season 76 brought to you by ABS-CBN Sports. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay sa lahat ng mga nakatutok ngayon sa Studio 23, to everybody watching in high definition on Balls Channel 167, and everybody watching all over the world via the Filipino channel and on the internet via the website uaapsports.tv. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, Anton Rojas, kasama si Marco Benitez, and we will also be joined by our courtside reporters. Reporting for NU, makakasama natin si Trisha Robredo, at para naman sa kampo ng UP, we have Bea Fabregas. They will be our eyes and ears in the huddles and the dugouts of their respective teams. But Marco, as always, I'll start with you. National University is coming off a huge bounce-back win against UST after that heartbreaking loss at the hands of UE. But it won't be easy today because they face a hungry UP team.
You can be sure of that because UP has not won here in Season 76. They've been losing by an average of 14 points per game. NU wanting to get a streak going, but meanwhile UP, of course, wants to break through that win column. So definitely going to be a big game for both teams. As we take a look at the standings on your screens, FEU surging ahead of the pack, still without a loss at 4-0. UST 3-1. Adamson and NU both at 2-1 cards. Adamson will be playing Ateneo de Manila later. Hope Ateneo looking for their first win also, just like UP is doing today. De La Salle Green Archers with that loss at 2-2. So a win here by the Bulldogs will tie them at 3 wins with UST, while a loss will tie them with De La Salle. Meanwhile, UP with a win ties them with UE at 6th place. So big games, still early in the season. UP still has a chance to make a run, and let's see what happens.
Well, NU hopes to tie UST, a team that they beat 71-67 in their last game. A bounce-back game for them, but also a bounce-back game for Ray Parks, who shot 3 out of 16 in their loss to UE. Ray Parks scattered 20 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds as well. But there were other players that stepped up. From the bench, Jeff Rosario, one of those players, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks in 19 minutes of play.
Well, there's a lot of promise for Jeff Rosario. Even as he came in last season, he's a stretch 4, is long, strong enough, and has range. He can hit the 3-pointer. First 2 games of the season, he averaged only 3 points per game, 1.5 rebounds per game, half a block, and in 13 minutes of play. But in that last game against UST, he had 12 points on 4 of 7 shooting from the field, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks in 19 minutes of play. And without Alfred Aroga in the season, Jeff Rosario provides that backup for Emmanuel Embes. Sometimes he plays the 5 when they go small, sometimes he plays the 4 when they go big. So he is a very crucial element of this NU team if they want to make a long run here in the UAAP.
Well, that should have been a huge morale-boosting win for NU. Imagine defeating Ateneo in their first game. the champions, the 5P champions of the UAAP, and last year's fellow finalist, UST. So we'd like to hear more from the NU camp as we call back our courtside reporter Trisha Robredo to tell us about the morale of NU after that victory against UST in their last game. Trisha?
Yes, Anton, the victory over the Growling Tigers has given the Bulldogs a renewed confidence. It served as a great booster for the team, especially after having lost several games to UST in the past. Pinapakita lang nito na kayang-kaya naman talaga nilang manalo basta't gustuhin nila at basta't pagtrabahuhan. In the dugout, Coach Eric Altamirano expressed how proud he was of his boys for really playing hard and working well. It was a wild game and a very close one at that, but the boys have managed to play hard until the very end and snag the win as well. Now, aside from players Ray Parks and Emmanuel Embe, another Bulldog was able to leave his mark in that game against UST. Jeff Troy Rosario has stepped up big and contributed a lot to his team's success. I have gotten the chance to talk to him prior to this game, and he tells me that although he was satisfied with his performance, he believes that he can do more. The same goes with Jello Alolino, who promises to work even harder and to push the ball even more in the next couple of games. The coaches are very excited to see the boys play more and improve in the next few games for National University. Anton and Marco?
Thank you very much, Trisha, for that report. Indeed, Ray Parks and John Embe, who has been playing his best basketball since becoming a part of the Mythical Five a couple of years back, definitely need help from guys like Jello Alolino and Jeff Rosario. Now, they face a UP side that lost big by 18 points at the hands of Far Eastern University in their last game. And one of the reasons why UP lost that game was that they didn't get a big performance from their main gunner, Joseph Marata, who was hobbled by a right ankle sprain. He wasn't 100% in that game, Marco.
Well, yes, coming into the season, Joseph Marata has been designated as the main gunner and the main shooter of UP. UP is a team that has only about 5 or 6 holdovers from previous season, so they are a young team, young at the core, and Joseph Marata, with his prior experience playing for De La Salle University, knows what it takes to win here in the UAAP. First 2 games averaged 20.5 points per game, 44% from the field, 50% from the three-point line. But against FEU, FEU has a bunch of great perimeter defenders, only managed 4 points, 12%, 1 out of 8, 0 from the three-point area. And as we go along the season, teams are going to learn how to adapt and how to defend Joseph Marata. So make sure that Coach Ricky Dandan has up in his arsenal a lot of plays to try to get Joseph Marata free, make life easier for him from the perimeter, and also possibly get him some opportunities to penetrate and create for himself or either his teammates.
I asked Joseph Marata how he's doing today. He says he's 100%, even dunked the basketball in the round robin after I asked him. So let's see if Joseph Marata will go back to his scoring ways as we call back Bea Fabregas reporting for UP to tell us about the UP camp going into this game against NU. Bea?
Anton and Marco, whatever way you look at it, 0-3 does speak for itself. However, Coach Ricky does not care about what people say about him. Rather, his main concern is how the boys respond to criticism. Once again, he told them, do not be discouraged and continue to have faith. Makinig lang kayo na makinig sa amin and that win will come. Now, on Joseph Marata, he told me it is a new frustration that he is experiencing because before playing for the Fighting Maroons, he has never been down 0-3 in the UAP before. However, he does commend the FEU Tamaraws for their stifling defense on him and really being able to execute their game plan. As he admits, he was not expecting to be shut down the way that he was. Lastly, on that first win, Marata believes that the Fighting Maroons have yet to perform a game in which they could be proud of. Sabi nga niya, there's always something that seems to be missing. Today against the NU Bulldogs, he hopes that him and the rest of his teammates can really dig down deep to play that complete game to get that first win. Anton and Marco?
Thank you very much, Bea, for that report. Well, there were a lot of positives in that game against FEU, one of which was UP out-rebounding the Tamaraws in that game. But NU is also a very tall team, so let's see how UP will respond to the challenge that the Bulldogs will bring today. We have a lot of interesting matchups, but that matchup between Ray Parks and Joseph Marata is the most interesting one. Our Gatorade fuel duel of the game, because with Gatorade, they are fueled for the win.
Well, these are the 2 main guns for their respective teams. Ray Parks averaging 17.7 points per game, slightly below his average from season 75, 7.3 rebounds. Joseph Marata, main gunner for the Fighting Maroons, 15 points per game and 5 rebounds per ball game. So you can expect them to start aggressively. I think the key for UP is to start aggressively. They cannot afford to go down early in the first quarter because that will set the tone for them Meanwhile, for Bobby Ray Parks, he has been good in opening quarters of games, so expect him to go strong from the get-go.
NU is looking for their third win to tie UST in the team standings, and that man, in his third season as the head coach, Eric Altamirano, looks to steer the Bulldogs to that victory against Coach Ricky Dandan's UP Fighting Maroons. We will have tip-off when we return. Stay with us on Studio 23.
UAAP Season 76. Greatness never ends.
Afternoon from the Mall of Asia Arena here in Pasay City as we bring you our first of two senior matches in your Season 76 of the UAAP. Let's meet the starters for the National University Bulldogs. At power forward number 5, Jeff Avillonar. Forward number 7, Mark De Guzman. Center number 14, Emmanuel Sean Emby. Point guard number 4, Chelo Alolino. And the off guard number 15, Bobby Ray Parks. The head coach of the Bulldogs is Coach E. Eric Altamirano. And now starting for the UP Fighting Maroons. At off guard number 9, Agustini Amar. Point guard number 15, Paul Desiderio. Center number 17, Raul Soyot.
The starters on your screens, brought to you by Hanes, America's leading underwear brand. Coach Ricky Dandan pulling off a surprise, starting with a backcourt of first-year players Paul Desiderio and Agustin Amar. At center, we have Raul Soyut and the forwards Joseph Marata and Chris Paul, while Coach Eric Altamirano sticking with the first 5 that led him to victory against UST in their last game. Avillonar, Embe, Alolino, Parks, and Mark De Guzman. It's time to start the fun. Soyut versus Embe at tip-off here at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. Embe wins the tip. It is NU basketball.
So you have Agustini Amar guarding Bobby Ray Parks off the get-go. So what this backcourt of UP lacks in experience, you can be sure that they're going to try to make up for it with energy. As Amar sticking too close there to Bobby Ray Parks, gets that first foul.
Amar, in 8 minutes of play against FEU, had 6 points and 2 assists. So Coach Ricky Dandan is trying to find that spark from any of his 15 players on the roster.
So far in the past 3 games of UP, they've started the best with the combination of Kyles Lau and Sam Marata. Prior to that, they've only averaged about 11 points in the first quarter, but against LaSalle, they had 19 points in the quarter with Kyles Lau and Marata starting. But you look for Amar to try and put the clamps on Bobby Ray Parks.
And Desiderio trying to put the clamps on Jello Alolino as well. Here's Desiderio with a basketball. Gets it to Amar, and UP can set up their offense. Desiderio gets it to Joseph Marata. Marata attacks. Marata with a floater. And UP draws first blood today.
Mark De Guzman also started for Coach Eric Altamirano. Arguably one of their best perimeter defenders outside of Bobby Ray Park. So he's tasked to put the clamps on Sam Marata.
Marata with just 4 points against FEU after a career high against his former team LaSalle with 21 points. Corner triple for De Guzman does not fall. Soyut, who played a good game the last time out, grabbed the rebound.
This is one thing that UP has to do. They have to get a good share of the rebounds. NU rather is the #1 team in terms of scoring second chance points at 13 per ball game.
Let's get a Samsung courtside update right now on the UP side with Bea Fabregas.
Anton and Marco, according to Coach Ricky, the Fighting Maroons need to understand that they can't just walk on the court and expect to win. May mga bagay na dapat magsama-sama bago makukuha ang panalo na yon. Now in their last game, they figured out the rebounding problem, but the 20 turnover points were just too much to handle. Now they need to play and show that they deserve to win. Now Coach Ricky knows that it is his job to set an example and be the light of the team. Pero sabi niya, kapag may nakikita akong mali na paulit-ulit, I need to put my foot put down. Malakas ang NU and they have a deep bench, kaya kailangan ng energy from start to finish. Their defense definitely needs to come together to make those necessary stops. Anton and Marco?
Thank you, Bea, for that Samsung courtside update brought to us by Samsung Smart TV, the most advanced Samsung TV experience ever.
So that is one thing that UP has to do. They have to take care of that basketball. They average 16.3 turnovers per ball game, and NU as a team scores 13 points per game off of opponents' turnovers.
Meanwhile, Ray Parks shooting over Amar could not convert. Marata racing up ahead. Chris Ball with a UAAP career-high 19 rebounds in the last game against FEU. As Raul Soyut, who had a double-double in their last game, knocks down that baseline jumper.
And I think it is without a doubt that Raul Soyut is their best post player offensively. So he can take that. He has that mid-range jumper, and he has to put a lot of pressure on Emmanuel Embe so that to at least stifle the effort of Emmanuel Embe on offense.
That's 2 personal fouls already on Amar as we see the C2 cool and clean steal of the game by Ray Parks. This cool and clean steal is brought to you by the new C2 Red Tea and C2 Iced Tea. Healthy sarap, great with meals. Five to shoot. Alolino drives, drops it down low to John Embe.
This is what UP has to avoid. Penetrations by the NU Bulldogs. That creates opportunities for drop passes like that for Emmanuel Embe.
De Guzman trying his best to deny the pass to Joseph Marata. That time he was called for a foul. A Pure Foods perfect combination. Alolino to the big man. John Embe. Basta perfect combination. Pure Foods, tender, juicy, chicken cheese hot dog. Soyud with another baseline J. Doesn't fall. De Guzman looking up ahead. De Guzman attacks, drops it down low. Embe up top. Nothing there. Too strong. Desiderio with Parks waiting. Parks challenges Desiderio and denies the easy layup.
Bobby Ray Parks chased down specialty.
We've seen that a number of times from Ray Parks in the UAAP.
And so far, good effort being shown here by the Fighting Maroons. 6-4 start. Remember, against LaSalle, they went down 2-14. So this is a better start for the Maroons.
6-4. With 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this contest. Embe gets it down low. Inside pass to Alolino.
Desiderio that time getting caught in the back pick. Good find by Emmanuel Embe.
Coach Ricky showing a lot of trust in his first-year players. This backcourt of Amar and Desiderio. That time, though, Amar trying to draw a foul. Didn't get it. De Guzman free for 3. Nothing there. Avillanar. Put back is good.
This is what we're talking about. Second chance opportunities for NU. 13 per ball game on the average. That time, UP not able to get down in transition.
Well, this is one of the best rebounding duos for UP, Soyud and Ball, who combined for 19 rebounds against FEU. But the other players have to help out, Marco.
UP has to be careful that they don't allow NU to string a couple of baskets together.
Well, Parks varying his offensive attack that time, going at the post against the smaller Amar. Marata up top with 10 on the shot clock. Alolino is on him. Desiderio drives.
Oh, and it's going to go to National University. Last touch by Agustin Amar.
Asilum and Kyle Lau set to check in. Pero bago yun, mag-KitKat break muna tayo. Join the break movement. Have a break, have a KitKat. Nagbabalik po ang UAAP Season 76 as we see our Bostik Tapal King of the Game, Ray Parks. Brought to you by Bostik Super Volca Seal. And then, a Nissin Yaki Sobrang Move by Chris Ball. This Yaki Sobrang Move is brought to you by Nissin Yaki Soba. Yaki Sobrang Sarap.
Going back to that chase down block of Bobby Ray Parks. He averages about 1.5 blocks per ball game, and he loves chasing down those fast breaks. Akala ko nga hindi na niya aabutan, but showing us his explosiveness.
That's the approach that Ray Parks takes when he goes for those chase down blocks. He kind of slows down
Yep.
and then anticipates the drive of the opponent as we take a look at this Pure Foods perfect combination. Embe to Alolino. Basta perfect combination. Pure Foods tender, juicy, chicken cheese, hot dog.
Henry Asilum and Kyle Zlau now in the ball game. Kyle Zlau giving us a good showing as a rookie. One of the leading scorers for UP actually.
Among all rookies out of high school, Kyle Zlau leads in scoring, averaging 10.3 points per game. A yellow cap, big move by Javillonar. After that miss, celebrate great times with yellow cap. Delivery hotline 789-9999. Great times, great pizza. Embe off the glass.
And this is where UP has to be careful. That backcourt of Desiderio and Amar gave them a respectable start, which is probably what Coach Ricky was expecting. So now with Asilum and Kyle Zlau at the backcourt, they have to maintain that energy level and not get down big to NU.
Chris Ball, an offensive rebound. Couldn't get the putback to fall though. Alolino attacks. Alolino off the glass. Parks nearly tipping it in. Marata wide open. Kyle Zlau saving it to Ray Parks, who passes it up ahead to JJ Alejandro.
Great look ahead there by Bobby Ray Parks. Always looking up the floor for an open teammate. That time finding JJ Alejandro.
Kyle Zlau receives the handoff from Ball. Lau scoops it up against his former national team teammate, JJ Alejandro.
And you like that over-under play there by UP. Finding Kyle Zlau off the curl, going straight to the basket, or curling to the basket.
Javillonar wide open for that triple. Jeff Javillonar with 5 points in this game.
Jeff Javillonar already hitting his average, averaging 5.3 points per ball game. That is only his second three-pointer in season 76.
Soyud drives from the baseline. Raul Soyud missing. Mad at himself because he knew he could have put that ball down. NU trying to pull away. 15-8. Javillonar. Pass was deflected by Ball. Ball comes up with a steal. Up ahead to Lau. Alejandro challenging. And once again, Kyle Zlau scoring over Alejandro.
Good defensive stop there by the Fighting Maroons. Easy points in transition, and that is what UP has to do. They have as much as possible to get easy baskets off of turnovers and in transition.
Alolino, double teamed. Jello Alolino gets it to Parks. Floater for Parks. And he will head to the line for two.
UP knows that Jello Alolino is the #1 playmaker of the NU. So that time, doubling him off of the ball screen, forcing him to a wide angle. Still able to get it to Bobby Ray Parks.
15-10 in favor of NU. We head to a Kit Kat break. Join the break movement. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. You're back with us inside the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City as we take a look at this Suzuki fast break of the game. Parks to JJ Alejandro. Brought to you by Suzuki's newest compact sedan, Swift Desire. Suzuki, a way of life.
Bobby Ray Parks now shooting his 4th free throw of the ball game. So Bobby Parks actually averages about 10 free throws per ball game. So that is how aggressive he is and how much he gets fouled going to the basket.
Now faking off two NU white shirts, Marata, difficult jumper, and JJ Alejandro gets to it. Let's hear from Trisha Robredo right now with this NU courtside update.
Yes, Anton, having once played for the University of the Philippines, NU assistant head coach Joey Guanya tells me that the boys from Diliman are conditioned to fight. Sabi nga ni coach, their jerseys don't lie. They are called the Fighting Maroons for a reason, and just like the Bulldogs, they are hungry for a win. Coach Eric reminds the boys that there is no room for complacency. He wants them to play UP as if they're playing UST once more. In the huddle, he asks the boys to keep the same mindset and to remain aggressive all throughout. He tells the boys to run and go heavy on offense while still going heavy on defense. They have to exert themselves more to score more and to win this game. Back to you, Anton and Marco.
Thank you, Trisha, for that Samsung courtside update. Samsung Smart TV, the most advanced Samsung TV experience ever. Coach Eric Altamirano and Coach Joey Guanyo, part of that last UP UAAP championship team in 1986.
And again, second chance opportunities. Actually, third try now for the NU Bulldogs, and slowly they've built up a 7-point lead because of turnovers from UP and missed attempts. No second chance points, on the other hand, for the UP Fighting Maroons.
A master winning move right here. A scoop shot by Kyle Slau. Lose the oil, win the game with master. Put your game face on.
Bobby Ray Parks again draws another foul. This time it's going to be on Raul Soyud. But it's a tough matchup there for Sam Marata.
Great Taste White, Grade 3 by Jeff Avillanar. Our coffee is white, Great Taste White.
Coach Eric Altamirano immediately recognizing that Marata was guarding Bobby Ray Parks on defense. Goes to Bobby Ray Parks at the post.
Mariah Gingerich in the ball game.
So after a decent start for the Fighting Maroons, they've been stuck at 10 points for about 3 or 4 minutes already.
Lau with a jumper. In and out, Parks with the rebound.
The problem with those jumpers is that there have been no second chance opportunities for the UP Fighting Maroons.
Ronyo getting bumped on his way up by Henry Asilum. As we see that foul once again on our McDonald's Instant Slow-Mo. Spice up your day with the new McSpicy. Jeff Rosario in the ball game right now.
And you know, the main difference between NU and UP is that for NU, except for that three-pointer by Avillanar, almost everything, Anton, has been within 15 feet. So they recognize that UP's lack of a shot blocker. And they've been going strong to the basket. Field goals, percentage-wise, 6 out of 17 for NU, 5 out of 16 for UP, while NU still perfect from the free throw line, 7 out of 7. No free throws for the Fighting Maroons.
More substitutions for Coach Ricky Dandan. Martin Pascual, who started last game, is in. Coach Ricky actually fielded in all 15 players on his roster against FEU, and 12 of them scored. Gagliarza knocks down a triple.
Second three-pointer for Gagliarza. That's going to be a big positive if he can stretch the floor for Coach Ricky Dandan.
Parks with a chance for the last shot here in the first quarter. Ronyo, corner triple.
Would have been a great find for Bobby Ray Parks from cross court. Ronyo misses it.
NU still with a couple fouls to give. Asilum. Nearly got it to fall.
I don't think he realized the shot.
He did not.
That there were 4 seconds left until he looked up at the shot clock.
Our Jollibee champ of the quarter is Jeff Avillanar with 5 points. Big burger goodness like no other. 21-13, National University looking for win number 3. UAAP season 76. Back with more action from the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City when we return. Inyo pong napapanood ang season 76 ng UAAP. Greatness never ends. Anton Rojas kasama si Marco Benitez. Bea Fabricas reporting for UP and Trisha Robredo for NU. 21-13 is our tally. And an interesting stat from the first quarter. NU, 8 out of 8 from the free throw line. UP, no free throws at all.
Correct. And so far, UP has matched the perimeter points and the inside points of NU. The difference has been the free throws. 8 out of 8 for NU, 0 out of 0 for the Fighting Maroons.
Well, let's see if UP will try to take note of that and attack the basket. Kyle Slau against Alejandro. Lau shoots over 3 white shirts. Nothing there. That's a foul on Asilum.
Wise foul there on the part of Henry Asilum. It was a 2-on-1 fast break being led by Ronyo.
A Pure Foods perfect combination Parks to Glenn Cobuntin. Basta perfect combination, Pure Foods tender, juicy, chicken cheese, hot dog.
NU lead is now at double digits. And that's going to be a foul on Martin Pascual. So trying to bump the cutter. Too much contact.
NU's biggest lead was at 11, 21-10.
We were saying about the rebounding, UP has to do a good job with rebounding. They were out-rebounded 14-9 in the first quarter. And that's where NU has gotten their second chance opportunities.
Alejandro looking up at the shot clock. Galarza with a switch on him. Cobuntin with 4 on the shot clock. Cobuntin runs over Lau. That's an offensive foul.
A good job there by Kyle's Lau on the defensive end. Cobuntin realized the mismatch. Here we see it on the replay.
Cobuntin putting the shoulder down and the forearm out. Seen on our McDonald's instant slow-mo spice of your day with the new McSpicy. Jason Ligat in the ball game now for UP. So 11 players already fielded in by Coach Ricky Dandan as Kyle's Lau leads all Fighting Maroons with 6 after that lay-in.
Kyle's Lau finally successful penetrating the paint there for the Fighting Maroons. And interesting stat also, Bobby Ray Parks still scoreless from the field. So most of his points have come from the free throw line. Actually, all of his points have come from the free throw line.
Nissin Yakisobrang move by Kyle's Lau. This Yakisobrang move is brought to you by Nissin Yakisoba. Yakisobrang sarap. Kyle's Lau now attacking the basket with reckless abandon, drawing a foul on Ronyo that time.
And if you take a look at the offense of both teams, actually they run similar patterns, that dribble, drive, motion offense.
You see it on our McDonald's instant slow-mo. Spice up your day with a new McSpicy. Pascual from way out, Martin Pascual.
Big shot there by Martin Pascual because there was no rebounder there with Galarza and Pascual outside the perimeter.
Let's get a courtside update right now on the UP side with Bea Fabregas.
Anton and Marco, one thing that the Fighting Maroons were constantly reminded of is that they need to be sharp. However, that sharpness will depend on how focused they are, and they will only be able to be focused if they know their roles on the court. Now, Coach Ricky is telling his boys that they all must help to deny Bobby Ray Parks. The team thrives on his offense, and they are reminded that all types of screens will be set up for him. Lastly, Coach Ricky wants them to be more organized on offense and really take time to set more things up. Anton and Marco.
Thank you, Bea, for that Samsung courtside update. Samsung Smart TV, the most advanced Samsung TV experience ever. Ligat short on that triple try. Where UP just down by 5, 23-18. Alolino with the left hand.
So far, it's been a 5-0 run with Bobby Ray Parks sitting on the bench. Good energy being shown here by the Fighting Maroons, especially on defense.
Let's take a look at this Great Taste White Great 3 by Martin Pascual. Our coffee is white, Great Taste White. So 2 big men from the UP side have shot and made 3-point baskets, Galarza and Pascual. Let's go now to Trisha Robredo.
Yes, Anton, Coach Eric expressed frustration over the boys' attitude in the first quarter. Although they are up by several points, they lack the focus and aggressiveness that the coaches were looking for. Coach Eric wants his boys to take advantage of every possession and to communicate more to better execute their plays. Lastly, he wants the boys to build up on their defense and to stop giving the Fighting Maroons easy shots. Back to you, Anton and Marco.
Thank you, Trisha, for that Samsung courtside update. Samsung Smart TV, the most advanced Samsung TV experience ever.
That time, Jethro Rosario capitalizing on the handoff of that dribble drive. Wide open lane for him. And this is that turnaround by JR Galarza.
The Yellow Cab, big move. Celebrate great times with Yellow Cab. Delivery hotline 789-9999. Great times, great pizza. And this, Jethro Rosario at the free throw line. Villonar checking back into the ball game As we see this master winning move by Rosario, putting it down. Lose the oil, win the game with master. Put your game face on.
And you know, there's a lot of movement on the perimeter from both teams. That time resulting in a penetration from Rosario.
NU can't seem to pull away from UP, Marco. What are the Fighting Maroons doing right?
Well, they have a lot of energy on defense. They're collapsing on the penetrations. And so far, NU not successful on the three-point shots.
Exactly. They only have one made three-point basket by Javillonar back in the first quarter. Alolino getting fouled there by Gagliarza, seen on our McDonald's instant slow-mo. Spice up your day with the new McSpicy.
Against the dribble drive offense of NU, the key for UP is to be able to defend the perimeter well, defend against the penetrations. I think they will live with NU shooting jumpers all day because NU only shoots about 28% from the three-point area. So they will live with that rather than rely on NU making penetrations and creating opportunities from close range.
Ligat from way out. Villamor with the rebound.
But the reason why NU has the lead is because they've been able to get second chance opportunities. Meanwhile, for UP, practically 0 second chance points.
Difficult pass by Javillonar to Embe. Somehow, John Embe was able to put it up, but his hook didn't fall though.
And you'll have to love the aggressiveness of Kyle Slau trying to penetrate this NU defense. He has been unsuccessful at times, but the times that he's been successful, it's resulted in good things for the Fighting Maroons.
Let's head to a Kit Kat break. Join the break movement. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. 27-20, NU on top. Silverworks courtside charmer is Jamie Mejares. Silverworks live to play. Obviously from the UP side. Our Haynes Comfort team in action. The NU Army up top. Haynes, America's leading underwear brand.
Meanwhile, UP sticking with NU in this ball game. Credit that to the 5 turnover points that UP rather has scored in the second quarter of the 2 turnovers from the Bulldogs.
Gingerich for 3. Shot was towards the left side of the goal. Parks wide open. Parks still can't buy a basket. Parks spins. Ray Parks loses control. His headband goes down. And that's a violation on the Bulldogs.
And good defense there by the Fighting Maroons. Three players crowding inside the paint against Bobby Ray Parks, who would have had an open drop pass to Emmanuel Embe.
But the door was slammed shut by the UP defenders. Lau, a fearless shot over the 2-time UAAP MVP.
Kyle Lau not lacking in confidence.
Kyle Lau, 8 points in the game.
And NU has only gone to this play one time this entire ball game, and that was a successful bank shot by Emmanuel Embe. Only the second time they've gone to this.
A FUBU fearless shot by the reigning Yonglian MVP from Xavier High School, Kyle Lau. For us, by us, FUBU International. He is the Do More Player of the Game, brought to you by Rexona. It won't let you down.
First pair of free throws here for Emmanuel Embe, who's shooting 60%. Now, you were talking about Embe having the best season of his career so far. He's averaging 16 points per ball game, up from 12 points last year. So I think he really was challenged with the arrival of Alfred Aroga during the offseason. He's made it a point to give in his best performance yet.
And now that Alfred Aroga can no longer be fielded in by NU, the challenge is much bigger for Embe to step up.
That is correct, and he has been the best, or he has improved the most in season 76.
The Tan family, RCBC Savings Bank, life-changing moment. RCBC Savings Bank's My Loans, it's life-changing.
UP has to capitalize on this. First trip to the free throw line here in the second quarter for the Fighting Maroons. Split there by Kyle's Lau.
9 points now for Lau as Coach Ricky Dandan just called in Joseph Marata. William Maurice Porter, who made his first appearance in the UAAP in the last game, has just checked in. Alolino for three.
And this is the goal of the dribble drive, to suck the defense in that penetration by Bobby Ray Parks. Find the wide open Jello Alolino for the three.
Gingerich pulls up. Off the glass and in.
Hit for tat, penetration by Kyle's Lau, sucking the defense, finding the wide open Gingerich from the wing.
Our hands on the floor for UP, Andre Paras, Raul Soyud, Mo Gingerich, Jason Ligad, and Kyle's Lau. And for NU, Avidinar, John Embe, Ray Parks, Porter, and Jello Alolino, brought to us by Hanes, America's leading underwear brand.
Good defense there by Raul Soyud. Embe putting the ball down on the floor.
Kyle's Lau getting a good hand from his teammates on the bench as we see this Great Taste White, Great 3 Parks kicking it out to Jello Alolino. Our coffee is white, Great Taste White. And a PS Bank maasahan assist. Simple lang mag-ipon sa PS Bank. Open a savings account now. Soyo double team. Out to Marata. Marata pulls up. Parks with the board. Avilanar runs into a brick wall. That is Andre Paras.
Initial defense of Andre Paras was actually good, but when Avilanar went up for the shot, Paras got caught with his hand down, and that is where the referees called the foul.
We saw the foul on our McDonald's instant slow-mo. Spice up your day with a new McSpicy.
Jeff Avilanar shoots 75% from the free throw line. It has been the subject of a lot of the Twitter feeds because of that game against UST.
Avilanar given a warning, of course, by UAAP Commissioner Chito Loizaga for that hard bump on Jeric Teng, which occurred in the second quarter of their game, that caused Jeric Teng to miss the rest of the game and caused Jeric Teng to sit out the last game of UST.
3 seconds on the clock. And again, no second chance opportunities for the UP Fighting Maroons.
And just to add to that Avilanar issue, Marco, that was a warning. So one more warning will merit a suspension.
Great play there on the part of Jello Alolino. Driving from the wing, drawing the help defense, and then lobbing it up to Embe. Fishing the foul.
8-point lead for NU as we head to another Kit Kat break. Join the break movement. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. A Hanes seat surprise winner. It is John Paul Takuyan. Hanes, America's leading underwear brand. Congratulations.
Manuel Embe converts on the free throw. So as a team, they're shooting 93% from the free throw line, 15 out of 16. Meanwhile, UP 50%. But I think the big difference, the glaring point here is that NU has already taken 16 free throws compared to just 2 for the Fighting Maroons.
Soyud attacks Embe. Soyud with a scoop shot.
Good move there by Raul Soyud. Just a little too much boost on that scoop shot.
Avilanar recovers that basketball.
Julius Wong now with the unenviable defensive assignment on Bobby Ray Parks.
Soyud to Wong. Out to Marata. Porter is on him. Ligad wide open for three. In and out. Wong with the reverse.
First set of second chance points here coming from Julius Wong. Sayang yung 3 points ng Liga. Good draw there on the part of Marata though.
13 players already fielded in by Coach Ricky Dandan. Another foul on a designated Ray Parks defender, Julius Wong. So they put Agustin Amar on him, Moriah Gingerich,
Sam Marata for
Sam
a while.
Marata, yeah, and then Wong now.
And Coach Ricky Dandan is talking to the refs. He's arguing that Bobby Ray Parks had his hand clamped on Julius Wong. That's why Julius was not able to get his hand out of the way.
Now Ray Parks, perfect from the free throw line, 8 for 8, but from the field, he is 0 for 6.
So that is what they do. Great scorers find a way to score, whether it's from the free throw line or from the field.
Remember that horrible shooting day against UE, he shot 3 for 16, but shot 5 for 8 from the free throw line. Obviously, Ray Parks does not want a repeat of that dismal shooting afternoon against UE. Parks attacks. Parks off the glass and in.
And that is the best way to get out of a slump. Take it to the hole. Get your field goal from a layup. And very little that Julius Wong can do quickness-wise against Bobby Ray Parks.
Ray Parks just creating space to accelerate and blow past by Julius Wong. On a wishy, oh wow, moment of the game. Open up to everyday surprises.
Also very little that Raul Soy can do, even on the help defense. So now UP is staring at an 11-point lead going into the half.
Alolino up top, gets it to Parks. Parks drops it down low to Javillanar. No foul call, 7 to shoot on the shot clock. Parks with a near steal, but a foul.
Good defense there on the part of Andre Paras. I think he denied Javillanar thrice before Soyut got the rebound.
Very active Ray Parks. So Raul Soyut, who had 10 points and 10 rebounds against FEU, heads to the free throw line. A transferee from West Negros University, a second year as a player for the UP Fighting Maroons.
And let's see if they can cut it down to single digits going into the halftime locker room.
Soyut missing on the second free throw, and Parks wants the basketball.
Last shot time here for Bobby Ray.
Gingerich on him. Parks kicks it out. Alolino for 3. No good. And Soyut comes up with a board.
A respectable score here for the UP Fighting Maroons. Just a 10-point deficit going into the half, so still very doable. Meanwhile, NU, I'm sure they're going to have a lot to talk about in the halftime. But I expect both teams to get better effort in the second half.
Kyle Slough is our Jollibee champ of the quarter. Big burger goodness like no other. But his team, though, down by 10, 39 to 29 at the half.
On the UP's version of the dribble drive, because they have been able to get open shots from the three-point line from Martin Pascual, J.R. Gallarza, even Gingrich has had open looks from the three-point line because of penetrations from UP.
Alolino, cross-court pass to Javillanar. Parks is there along with Embe and De Guzman. This was the starting 5 for NU in this ball game. Javillanar shovel pass to Embe. Alolino recovers inside pass, but that's a 3-second violation. For UP, they are starting off with Amar, Soyut, Marata, Asilum, and Chris Ball.
So it's going to be Agustin Amar on Bobby Ray Parks and Mark De Guzman on Sam Marata.
Marata. What a move by Joseph Marata. That's his second field goal in the game.
Yep, Marata that time taking a page off of Bobby Ray Parks. He has not been successful hitting those outside jumpers. That time taking it in against the smaller Mark De Guzman.
Marata hit the first basket of the game, but was silenced afterwards. Parks with an unorthodox sidestep move.
Great hesitation dribble there by Bobby Ray Parks, and the sidestep, just unfortunate, wasn't able to go in.
With Purefood's no-hassle play, Marata with a hesitation move. Purefood's crisp and juicy wingers, no bones, no hassle.
Now it's Bobby Ray Parks on Sam Marata. Great give and go here between Chris Ball and Raul Soyud.
Chris Ball with 4 points now. Had the monster performance on the glass with 19 boards against FEU, defending Parks right now on the switch. Alolino inside to Embe. And Embe will head to the 9 for 2.
Well, that's actually a good foul on Sam Marata because also almost automatic 2 points there for Embe. So UP getting caught on the switches.
Nice pass by Marata on that Purefood's perfect combination. That's the perfect combination. Purefood's tender juicy chicken cheese hot dog.
Manuel Embe missing the first free throw, so he's 3 out of 4 so far. That was actually 3 out of 5, sorry.
Embe converts on that free throw.
Full
And
court
NU
pressure, yep.
changing things up. Parks recovers it to the wrong man. Marata up ahead to Soyud. Soyud had to adjust.
Jello Alolino had the initial pass already open.
Alolino barking at his troops.
There's just a 5-point lead here for the Bulldogs.
Amar, tight defense on Parks. Parks spins. Parks kicks it out. Havillonar, jumper.
Good defense though on the part of Agustini Amar, but better offense from Havillonar.
9 points now for Jeff Havillonar. Marata using the Soyud pick. Marata pulls up in the face of the MVP, Joseph. Marata is feeling it.
So the series of screens being given to Sam Marata, getting Bobby Ray Parks a little bit off of balance. But credit that jumper. Great jumper there on the part of Marata.
Parks out to Alolino. Alolino, one dribble, pull up. 8 points for Jello Alolino.
6-point lead here for the Bulldogs.
Marata with a step-back jumper. Soyud with a rebound, and Soyud will head to the free throw line.
Great tap there on the part of Chris Ball, not giving up on the play. Taps it to Raul Soyud.
A Suzuki fast break of the game. Marata up ahead to Raul Soyud. Brought to you by Suzuki's newest compact sedan, Swift Desire. Suzuki, a way of life. 6 points now for Raul Soyud after that made free throw. As Alejandro is set to check back in for NU.
He's going to stay with UP. Another opportunity to cut the lead and get a one-possession game if they make a 2-point basket here.
Yung PS Bank maasahan assist by Parks to Havillonar. Simple lang mag-ipon sa PS Bank. Open a savings account now. A steal by JJ Alejandro. Alejandro all the way, but a foul on Amar.
That was a bad, lazy pass there on the part of Henry Asilum. That is the 9th turnover for the UP Fighting Maroons. They're just shooting themselves in the foot.
JJ Alejandro out of the Mapua High School basketball program and former team captain of the RP Under-16 national team, coached by Olsen Rosella.
First set of free throws Alejandro is taking in season 76. Splits the charities.
Let's get a Samsung courtside update right now on the UP side with Bea Fabregas.
Anton and Margo, despite the boys being down at the half, Coach Ricky was not upset. Rather, he just had more reminders for the team. Now, Coach Ricky quickly addressed the 25-18 rebounding discrepancy and said that this is something they need to do they need to address quickly. Also, we know that the Fighting Maroons have been fouling too much, and Coach Ricky told his team, do not point the finger at the refs, tayo yon. He told them to continue to sprint down and defend in transition, but be more aware of their movements in order to keep those fouls under control. Lastly, Anton and Marco, we've seen a lot of rotations because the energy needs to be maintained. Sabi nga ni Coach Ricky, I'm very confident na kahit sino pang pulutan ko dyan sa bench, makakakuha ako ng opensa. Anton and Marco?
Marata knocking down a triple. Samsung Smart TV, the most advanced Samsung TV experience ever. 14 players have been fielded in by Coach Ricky Dandan. Kyle Suarez, the latest insertion as he fouls Ray Parks.
And that is really going to be the strategy of UP. They have to keep in step energy level-wise with NU. You know that NU arguably has the deeper bench as we see this three-pointer from Sam Marata.
A great taste white, grade 3. Our coffee is white, great taste white. Now let's hear from the other side with Trisha Robredo.
Anton, Coach Eric Altamirano is not very satisfied with how the Bulldogs performed in the first half. The Fighting Maroons were able to score simply because they weren't able to defend their proper opponents. For the last 2 quarters, Coach Eric wants his boys to prepare for players like Asilo, Marata, and Lau, who he expects to drive offensively. He also asks his boys to be careful with fouls and to capitalize on the things like free throws and fast breaks. Anton and Marco?
Thank you, Trisha, for that Samsung courtside update. Samsung Smart TV, the most advanced Samsung TV experience ever. Marata is heating up, and Coach Eric Altamirano knows very well the capabilities of this man.
Yes, and Emmanuel Embe, meanwhile, on the other possession, successful again at the post as Sam Marata drives in for the basket. But NU has been successful going to Emmanuel Embe in the post. So let's see if they keep going to that on offense.
Foul on Kyle Suarez. 49-42 with 5 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the third. Let's head to a Kit Kat break. Join the break movement. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. You're watching season 76 of the UAAP. Joseph Marata is feeling it. The Do-More Player of the Game brought to you by Rexona. It won't let you down. John Embe on our Nissin Yaki Sobrang move. This Yaki Sobrang move is brought to you by Nissin Yaki Soba. Yaki Sobrang Sarap. Now, Marco, you've been stressing that potential advantage of NU against the UP's bigs in the form of John Embe.
Well, by my count, of the 4 times that they've gone to Embe in the post, 3 out of the 4 times he's either scored on the basket or drawn the foul on Raul Soyud. So we may see that sequence happen more often here in the second half.
Alolino calling out the play, and just as you said, here they go. Emmanuel Embe kicks it out. Alejandro trying to get it down low to Villonar. The double came from UP. That's why Embe had to pass it out.
UP so far has outscored the Bulldogs here in the third quarter.
Ball slices through. Chris Ball. 4 out of his 6 points scored here in the third.
And Anton, it's just a 5-point ball game in favor of NU.
Alejandro for 3. Marata with the board.
UP also doing a better job cleaning up the boards. 5-3 advantage on rebounds.
There's a 5-point deficit being stared upon by UP. Suarez. The ball. Thought about the 3. Soyud wants a clear out against Embe. Soyud using his body and using the glass.
Good defense actually there on the part of Emmanuel Embe, but magical shot there by Raul Soyud over the outstretched arms of John Embe.
Don't look now. The lead has been chopped down to just 3.
And going back to the report of Bea, the reason why Coach Ricky has been shuffling his men is he needs the energy coming off the bench. They have to maintain that energy level. Cannot afford for people on the floor getting exhausted, because that is where NU will make the run.
A Lucky Me Supreme movement. Mariah Gingerich hit a 3-point basket a while ago. This Supreme moment is brought to you by Lucky Me Supreme. Live Supreme. And then Chris Ball attacking the basket. This shake of the game is brought to you by Mogu Mogu. You got it, chew. Yeah, out of the 15 players in the lineup, 14 have been fielded in. Si Andrew Harris na lang ang hindi pa pinapapasok ni Coach Ricky Dandan.
And here's that move again by Raul Soyod. Excellent defense already from Emmanuel Embe.
The Yellow Cap, big move by Raul Soyod. Celebrate great times with Yellow Cap. Delivery hotline 789-9999. Great times, great pizza.
And just to finish that point, Anton, of the 14 players fielded in, 8 have scored for UP.
And in the last game, out of the 15 players fielded in, 12 have scored. So Coach Ricky really trusting all players in the lineup, giving them some playing time.
And this is what UP has to be careful of. Turnovers forced by the defense of NU, because that is going to result in easy baskets in transition for the Bulldogs. So far, they've been able to do an excellent job. 17 turnover points for UP, while just 9 turnover points for the Bulldogs.
Let's take a look at this McDonald's instant slow-mo. Parks causing Gallarza to lose the handle. Spice up your day with a new McSpicy. Soyud feeling he has the strength advantage over Embe. Goes up for another hook. This is a more confident Raul Soyud
Yes, definitely.
this season.
Definitely. He knows that he is the main post player of this UP Fighting Maroons. And so far in this ballgame, he's been living up to that billing.
We all know marami ang nawala sa UP from their season 75 lineup. 9 players no longer coming back this year.
Bobby Ray Parks asking for a foul, asking for an illegal screen from Raul Soyud, sending Parks to the floor.
Villamor up top to Parks, swings it to Alolino. Kyle Suarez is on him. Alolino using the Rosario pick. Rosario with 4 to shoot. Rosario is fouled and Marata does not like it.
Coach Ricky Dandan very unhappy with that foul because it was an off-balance shot. There was help already from JR Gallarza. No
We
need to
see
foul.
Marata sticking his hand inside the cookie jar on our McDonald's instant slow-mo. Spice up your day with the new McSpicy. Let's head to a Kit Kat break. Join the break movement. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. A 5-point lead for NU.
Ticket holder of patron section.
Me supreme moment. Raul Soyud trying to dominate the inside for the Fighting Maroons. This supreme moment is brought to you by Lucky Me Supreme. Live Supreme.
Coach Ricky Dandan possibly happy with the effort so far of his Fighting Maroons. Only down by 5 points. 2 minutes 46 seconds left in the third quarter. And actually, Anton, the last time that UP beat NU was way back in August 15 of 2009, 78-76. UP had the likes of Woody Ko, Alvin Padilla, Martin Reyes. Meanwhile, this was the pre-Bobby Parks era NU Bulldogs with guys like Cocoy Hermosissima.
Woody Ko, former UAAP Rookie of the Year. So that makes it a 6-0 win streak, 6-game win streak in the UAAP by NU over UP.
UP now dropping down, I believe it's a 1-3-1 zone. Corner is open.
Suarez comes up with a basketball. His team down by 6. Ligan able to draw the foul on Alolino.
And UP has been able to penetrate that middle lane of the Bulldogs almost the entire afternoon.
You saw how Ligad was able to draw the foul on Alolino on that McDonald's instant slow-mo. Spice up your day with the new McSpicy. So, a rare trip to the free throw line for UP here in this game. Huh?
That is correct. It's actually the third attempt of UP in the third quarter in the game. They've only gone to the line 7 times, making 4, or make that 4 out of 8 for the Fighting Maroons. But talking about McSpicy, Anton, We'd like to congratulate Coach Alan Gregorio for a quadruple overtime win.
Wow, that was a monster win by Coach Alan Gregorio. Congratulations to him. 89-87 after 4 overtimes.
Coach, pamak spicy ka naman.
Exciting juniors games. NU, a finalist in last year's tournament, won over UST also earlier today, 81-56. Currently, up ahead in the team standings is NU and De La Salle Zobel, both unbeaten with 3 games and no defeats.
Up and down basketball. Jason Liga getting a little too confident, missing that wide open, or missing that three-pointer.
I wonder if this UP men's basketball team heard about that win and whether that win by the UPIS juniors team is inspiring them to try to come up with a win here today.
Although they have not scored in the last couple of possessions. Same goes for NU actually.
Soyud with the rebound. And one thing's for sure, at this point of the game, UP is within striking distance of gaining their first win and winning against NU for the first time since August 15, 2009. Gagliarza goes baseline. Gagliarza, difficult shot. And now UP is getting the calls.
Yep, and JR Gagliarza making something out of nothing, down to 4 seconds on the shot clock before he drove and drew the foul on Jet Rosario.
An aggressive drive by JR Gagliarza.
And that is what UP has to do. They cannot settle for jumpers, especially against a good NU defense.
Suarez. Liga has to shoot. Liga, difficult shot.
And that's going to be a foul on JR Gagliarza.
Scary dive there by Gagliarza.
So still scoreless for the Fighting Maroons in the last 3 trips down the floor. Let's see if NU can capitalize with 10 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Ray Parks will once again take a trip to the free throw line.
So far, Bobby Ray has been 12 out of 12. Make that 13 out of 13 from the foul line. Only 1 field goal so far.
And he's got his 15 points. And that's his first miss.
Kaya nga sinabi ko na agad eh.
So, Ray Parks, the streak ends there. Was that 13 out of 14?
Yep, 13 out of 14.
Parks looking at us, shaking his head, knowing that he could have had a perfect afternoon from the free throw line. So at the end of 3, NU on top by 6, 53-47. Our Jollibee champ of the quarter is Joseph Marata, shooting the lights out in the third. 3 out of 5 from downtown, Marco?
8 points in the third quarter. 3 out of 8 from the field for Joseph Marata.
Or Big Burger goodness like no other. Fourth quarter coming up. Keep it right here on Studio 23 for more UAAP Season 76. Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City for the fourth quarter between NU and UP. Parks with the rebound. Parks had to adjust in midair and a chance for the Bulldogs to set things up again.
One of the reasons why UP was able to get back into this ball game is because of their rebounding. 13-8 advantage in the third quarter and 8 turnover points for UP.
Now, before the game, you were telling me about an interesting stat in the fourth quarter regarding Ray Parks.
Well, in the 3 games that NU has played, he's only averaged 2.3 points per fourth quarter. So let's see if Bobby Ray Parks can explode here. Before the start of the fourth quarter, he mentioned that he was just shooting free throws this entire ball game.
Yeah, sabi niya, All I've been doing is shooting free throws.
But he's been doing it well. 13 out of 14 free throw line,
Not
and that
bad.
is where he's made his living.
Master winning move right here. Lose the oil, win the game with Master. Put your game face on.
Let's see if the Fighting Maroons have one strong run in them here in the fourth quarter.
1 for 10 from the field is Ray Parks. Kyle Slau caught throwing an elbow.
Good defense there on the part of Bobby Ray Parks.
And Jack and Jill Chippy. Fans in the stands for UP. Our kind of code of the game is dapat all-out support. Kaya all-out cheer din. Kada bonding, Chippy.
2-3 zone here for the Fighting Maroons.
Villamor swings it to Parks, who swings it to Ronyo. Ronyo challenging the Gagliarza defense.
Shot clock did not reset.
And the shot clock expires on the Bulldogs.
And that is the stop that Coach Ricky Danan wanted.
Let's see what Coach Ricky told his players with this report from Bea Fabregas.
Anton and Marco, faith and fortitude. These are the values that the boys were told to keep on the court while they were playing. As I mentioned earlier, they need to play as if they deserve to win and show everybody how big their hearts really are. Now, Coach Ricky told his players that they need to play through calls they do not like. Especially in this fourth quarter, they cannot afford to be distracted and lose focus. Lastly, Coach Ricky is asking the Maroons to anticipate and know when to give up the ball to the open teammate in order for better options and chances for scoring. Also, they need to take care of the ball, attack, and of course, fight until the very end for those rebounds. Anton and Marco.
Thank you, Bea, for that Samsung courtside update. Samsung Smart TV, the most advanced Samsung TV experience ever. Asilum in and out on that triple attempt.
And that is right, because rebounds were the key in the third quarter, and there were many opportunities that they were able to penetrate and then get a good kick out. So that has to be the key as well. Find a open lane, get some penetrations, and then kick out for some wide open jumpers. Meanwhile, Samarata still on the bench for UP.
He has been their top scorer with 10 points. Asilum out to Gagliarza. Gagliarza, another triple attempt. And we have a foul underneath. Now let's hear from Trisha Robredo.
Think about defense and be patient on offense. Be brave and run when you get the opportunity, but go back on your matchups otherwise. Coach Eric Altamirano repeatedly emphasizes the importance of limiting the Fighting Maroons to one shot. He asks the boys to put pressure on the passer and to make it harder for their opponents to get the ball and to take the shots they want to make. He expects them to deny UP's attempts to score. With only a quarter left in the game, Coach Eric expects the boys to come out stronger and to play at the top of their games. Anton and Marco.
Thank you, Trisha, for that Samsung courtside update. Samsung Smart TV, the most advanced Samsung TV experience ever.
Meanwhile, Jello Alolino, very good read on that ball screen and roll from Jet Rosario, finding Rosario on the roll for an easy 2 points.
Lead is back up to 10 for NU. Asilum, a reverse layup, just couldn't get it to fall.
Good drive, though, on the part of Henry Asilum.
Asilum, a near steal. John Embe was there to pick up the loose ball. Marata, Soyut, and Chris Ball waiting to check in for the Fighting Maroons.
So far, the report of Trisha has been on point. No baskets scored here for UP. Meanwhile, NU already with 6 points in the quarter.
That is why Coach Ricky has sent back in his starters, 3 of his starters, as we see this Pure Foods Perfect Combination. Basta Perfect Combination, Pure Foods Tender Juicy Chicken Cheese Hot Dog, and a Yellow Cab Big Move. Celebrate great times with Yellow Cab Delivery Hotline 789-9999. Great times, great pizza.
Back-to-back times that Jello Alolino has found Troy Rosario on that roll, coming from a drive from the top of the key.
And this is now the biggest lead of the game for NU at 12, 59 to 47. Lau spins. Lau to Soyud. And Embe skying high for that rebound.
And because UP has been unsuccessful hitting those outside shots, NU is just packing the paint, preventing those penetrations.
We were talking about Rosario before this game. Rosario scoring 7 out of the last 8 points for NU before that Alolino drive.
And the last 6 points of NU have come from a contribution from Jello Alolino. So 2 assists and a basket for Alolino.
NU looking to extend their UAAP winning streak against UP to 7. As we take a look at this Fubu fearless shot. Alolino with the spin and the floater. For us, by us, Fubu International. Asilum in and out on that first free throw. One of the 3 young point guards on the roster for Coach Ricky Dandan, along with Paul Desiderio and Jason Ligat. A 2-point guard set for NU. Lau, Asilum, Soyut, Ball, and Marata for UP. Nice drive by Villamor.
And again, the assist coming from Jello Alolino. So Jello Alolino doing a great job this fourth quarter orchestrating this NU offense.
And Villamor and Alolino are joined by Ronyo, Embe, and Rosario. Haynes, America's leading underwear brand. 15-point lead for NU. The biggest lead of the game for them. National University going on a 10-1 run to break this game wide open as we see this Nisin Yakisobrang move. Nice pass to Villamor cutting baseline. This Yakisobrang move is brought to you by Nisin Yakisoba. Yakisobrang Sarap. Our Kit Kat best break. NU fans going wild because their team is up big. Join the break movement. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
And in this fourth quarter, NU shooting better than 50%, 5 out of 9, 6-3 rebound advantage, and 3 assists already. And I think all of them coming from Jello Alolino.
And UP 0 for 4 from the field as Marata will take 2 free throws.
Marata finally checking back in. Good things happening with him being aggressive on the floor.
You know, Ray Parks wants to improve his field goal percentage. He's back on the floor. 1 for 10 from the field so far, but from the free throw line, 13 for 14.
Well, Ray Parks actually averages about 10 free throw attempts per ball game. So this time outdoing himself. 14 attempts already. That has been where he has made his living.
And the Maroons continuing to fight, going with a full court man-to-man. Parks saying they should rotate the basketball. Double team comes, inside pass to Rosario. Rosario attacks Soyud. Ball is loose. Alolino comes up with it, kicks it out to Ronyo.
And there were 3 white shirts inside the paint against Juan Raul Soyud. So after that block, Bulldogs able to regain possession.
Alolino. Uh-oh. Embe.
That's going to be an offensive foul on Emmanuel Embe.
It's an offensive foul on John Embe. Let's take a look at it one more time. Embe. Forearm to the chin of Raul Soyud, seen on our McDonald's Instant Slow-Mo. Spice up your day with the new McSpicy. Embe up ahead, fouled by Soyud. He will head to the free throw line.
Aggressive play there on Emmanuel Embe, but it all started on the defensive board by Jetroy Rosario and then found Alolino, who looked up the floor to a streaking Embe.
Now, you mentioned a while ago that Embe is having a better year this year as compared to the year where he was hailed as part of the Mythical Five. That was in season 73. His numbers back then, 13.4 points per game, 11.7 rebounds per game. Right now, 16.3 points per game and 12.3 rebounds per game.
And today he's already played 29 minutes with 11 points to his name. So really the stable force inside the paint for the Bulldogs.
64-50.
But let's see, Anton, if UP still has that one strong run in them.
Soyud going to the other side. Raul Soyud just couldn't put it down. Alolino wrap around up top to
What
John
an
Embeng.
amazing assist there from Jello Alolino.
Marata trying to respond, shooting in the face of Ray Parks, grabs his own miss.
That has to be one of the highlights of the week, if not the season.
Credit Embe also for being ready for that pass.
Parang siya rin na peke nung unang wraparound.
Jello Alolino. Parks with 11 to shoot. Parks hops inside. Ray Parks, finally another field goal for the two-time UAAP MVP.
That just shows you the strength of Bobby Ray Parks. Hop step, getting the contact, creating separation against Sam Marata.
Alolino. And that time, Asilu making sure that Alolino would not have another opportunity to do this. A wraparound. On a wishy, oh wow, moment of the game, open up to everyday surprises.
Beautiful assist there on the part of Jello Alolino.
This a Fubu fearless shot by Raul Soyud for us, by us, Fubu International. Jello Alolino, former high-scoring guard out of the University of Perpetual Help in Las Piñas, and the former starting guard also of Coach Eric Altamirano in the RP Under-18 squad.
Just an interesting stat. NU now 7 out of 12 from the field. UP 1 out of 11. So as good as the third quarter was for UP, this fourth quarter is turning out to be a horrible quarter in terms of shooting. 5 assists also for NU. 0
a steal
for
by
UP.
Parks. And a foul on Marata. Parks is down. And he's getting up. It's a good sign. Master winning move right here. The second field goal of the game for Ray Parks. Lose the oil, win the game with Master. Put your game face on. Now, despite Parks shooting 2 for 11 from the field, he has made his living from the free throw line. Here's another trip for the two-time MVP.
And I think the important thing here is that he continued to stay aggressive. Continue to go to the basket, draw the contact, get some fouls. Because if you can't hit it from the outside as a scorer, you have to go inside to get your points.
14 out of 15 now from the free throw line after that shot by Ray Parks.
And that just shows you how important free throws are.
And he misses the second. 14 out of 16 now.
Still 93%.
Yeah. Asilum pulls up. That was only the first field goal of the game for Asilum. Cross-court pass by Alolino to Parks. Parks wants a screen. Parks with 8 to shoot. Ray Parks to Robin Ronyo. Ronyo for 3. Soyud taps it to himself. We have entered our PS Bank last 2 minutes. Simple lang mag-ipon sa PS Bank Open, a savings account now.
That time, great effort on defense from Bobby Ray Parks, except that the bounce of the ball went straight to Chris Ball, who converted for the 2 points. 15-point lead here for the Bulldogs. And they're going to milk the clock.
Parks gets the switch, shoots over Soyud. Rosario tipping it up to the glass, and Embe was there for another tip in. 73 to 56, a 17-point lead for the NU Bulldogs. Seconds remains in the fourth quarter of this NU and UP matchup. This was that last basket for the Bulldogs, courtesy of John Embe. Marata off a timeout, missing on that triple. Soyud throws it, trying to throw it off Embe, but ball ended up in the hands of Ray Parks.
Still no field goals here in the fourth quarter for Sam Marata. 0 out of 3 from three-point land, 3 out of 11 from two-point area for UP. And it's a 20-9 fourth quarter in favor of NU.
UP was only down by 6, 53 to 57 at the start of the fourth. Lau slices through the lane, just couldn't get that shot to fall. And NU poised to take win number 3 to match UST in the team standings with a 3-1 win-loss card. And you see the turning point of the game, that shot by Troy Rosario. RCBC Savings Bank, life-changing move. RCBC Savings Bank's My Loans, it's life-changing. We were talking about Rosario before the game, and another splendid performance for him with 10 points coming off the bench.
Those are actually back-to-back baskets that started the fourth quarter, so they were up 6. And after those 2 baskets from Troy Rosario, lead ballooned to 10 points, and UP just unable to recover after the start of the fourth quarter.
Marata from way out. That's a foul on Parks though. So Marata will shoot 3 free throws.
Sam Marata finding the well empty here in the fourth quarter. 0 out of 3 from the three-point area.
He did wax hot in the third, knocking down 2 triples. Joseph Marata, UP's prodigal son, former MVP, as a member of the UPIS junior squad, played a couple of years for De La Salle University before returning to play for UP this year.
And you have to credit the Fighting Maroons keeping that energy level up for 3 quarters. It was only in the fourth that they were not able to sustain it, and that was where NU made their run.
Kyle Lau, second leading scorer for the Maroons, breaks into double digits. He has 11. But NU poised to take this win and deal UP its 11th straight loss dating back to last season. So it is official. Congratulations to the NU Bulldogs, the winning Team Bonchon of the game, powered by Bonchon Chicken. Team Bonchon for the win. Coach Eric Altamirano and his Wards tie UST at second place in the team standings.
Wasn't without a scare though, because UP stuck close for 3 quarters.
74 to 60, our final tally. NU victorious over UP. We'll be back. And we have arrived at the conclusion of our first game on this Sunday afternoon. NU victorious over UP 74 to 60. And our Jollibee champ of the game is none other than the 2-time UAAP MVP, Ray Parks. Big burger goodness like no other.
Finished with 18 points, only 2 field goals though, but 14 out of 15, or 16 rather, from the free throw. So Bobby Ray Parks finding a way to score. That is why he is the back-to-back MVP.
And our PS Bank maasahan player of the game is the starting point guard for the NU Bulldogs, Jello Alolino. Simple lang mag-ipon sa PS Bank. Open a savings account now.
We gave this to Jello Alolino because in the fourth quarter they were up by 6, and then he entered, scored 4 points, 5 assists, so he figured in 14 out of the 21 points of NU in the fourth quarter and really spelled the difference and broke the backs of UP.
And we end our Gatorade Fuel Duel of the game with Ray Parks emerging on top. Definitely, he is fueled for this win with Gatorade.
Bobby Ray Parks, 18 points, and Sam Marata, although he hit back-to-back threes in the third quarter, went 0 field goals in the fourth quarter. And that is why Bobby Ray Parks wins the matchup. 18 points, 9 rebounds.
Adamson is currently leading our Avida Hit It Home promo with 14,064 points, followed by UE and UST. So come to the venue and take one for the team and shoot now by joining Avida's Hit It Home. Adamson University has taken the floor to the cheers of the crowd. They will be facing Ateneo coming up next on our second game on this Sunday. Your thoughts on that matchup, Marco?
Well, it's going to be the opening game for Kiefer Ravena back from injury. Adamson, of course, wants to make a statement at 2-1, wants to get to 3 wins as well, and Ateneo wants to break into the win column.
74-60, NU defeats UP to improve to 3-1, while UP remains winless at 0-4. For Director Raul De Ocampo, Trisha Robredo, Bea Fabregas, Marco Benitez, and everybody who make up ABS-CBN Sports, I'm Anton Ross saying thank you so much for continuing to support our exclusive ABS-CBN Sports coverage of UAAP Season 76. Greatness never ends.
UAAP Season 76. Greatness never ends.